Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back here with another video. This one is, as promised, another organizing video. When I showed where I make my junk journals, I had told you that I would come and do more detailed videos on how I store things. So this is how I store some of my rubber stamps that are this particular size and smaller. I also have some binders and things like that I will do in a separate video. So for anything that fits in a photo sleeve, the 4x6 size, this is upside down, I put in here the same as I store my dies. The reason being is because they're not all exactly 4x6. So if I just put them loose into a container without a storage, they're really hard to flip through because they fall all over the place. But with everything the same size, or, you know, with the exception of a few of them, the same size, it makes it really easy to flip through them. So I do that for this size, and then this one's in here because it's a foam back, and it works in there. And then for these little ones, the really little ones I keep in ATC or baseball page protectors in binders, but these ones, you know, are just little enough that, or just big enough that they don't fit into there. So I just put two in, and then once again, it's really easy to look through them. And they're not organized based on really what goes together. I don't use a lot of these very often. In fact, haven't used a lot of them ever. And the reason for that is I bought them in huge lots, and so I had no say in what came in the lot. You know, I might have just wanted one or two stamps in that set. And so, yeah, that's kind of how that goes. But anyways, so this is just kind of how I do it. I love this stamp. This one is from Nikki, who is Wobbly Bot Nikki on YouTube. And if you have not seen her junk journals, you have to check her out. She's fantastic. Anyways, that's totally besides the point. And then these more foam back, and yeah, obviously I have used this one a fair bit. But anyways, that is kind of how I store my stamps. And then I just keep them in a plastic tote like this, and it is glaring because of the plastic. I'm sorry. And then I can just flip through them really easily. And I also have a couple of my Stampin' Up ones on the side. These, I think, are the only two Stampin' Up ones like this that I have. Everything else is wood mount, and I've never used this one. It's actually not the set I wanted. Yeah, we won't talk about that. I got the wrong one. But anyways, I have used this one. And there is another thing I do want to show you fairly quickly here. I did not pay this for this stamp set, but here's a price comparison in Canada. $20 plus tax for Stampendous stamps. $11 for the Prima stamps plus tax. This one was for Ranger, $29 plus tax. So if you saw my last video about, and I did pay like over $30 for this set. But if you did see my last video when I talked about how I keep my journal prices cheap, that is why. I cannot afford what things cost in Canada. That is also why I shop a lot from AliExpress and Amazon, because I can get better deals that way. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Like I said, it was just a video I had promised about some of the storage I use. And these come from my thrift store, from the binders that store 4x6 photos. And if you've seen my die video, I did mention that they're not all the same. Some of the sleeves are actually sealed by the holes. That won't work for any of these size stamps that are, you know, just a little bit bigger than 4x6. So if you do choose to do this method, make sure that you don't get ones that are sealed all the way down here, because your stamps won't fit, and then you'll just have a a whole lot of pockets that you can't use. Anyways, any questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you for watching.